September 1939, the German foe begins its ruthless march of conquest and sets the stage for World War II. Tens of thousands of square miles of territory shrink before the movement of lightning armored columns. Poland's 34 million inhabitants, crushed, scattered and enslaved. Cutting off all avenues of escape for the Poles, who are now trapped in several pockets.
Исходим из того, что это будут
Зараз один з найважчих.
Naszego kandydata, a i prezesa. Dzień dobry, szczęść Boże Państwu, Daniel Grela, Korona Kraków. Na wstępie pod pomnikiem Adama Mickiewicza. Niestety ograniczona hala nie pomieści wszystkich, więc gorąco zapraszam do tego, aby rejestrować się na stronie 2000.
Dać małe ulotki.
Today I'm practicing English and Polish language. It's cameraman is no guys. Yeah, and today I help for this. I know Polish people help Ukraine, but another people say go in Ukraine. What's you live here and go away.
Standing in the places where it all happened, affected by fear, by danger of losing life. The survivors of Auschwitz their message was never again. But we see as a humankind we are horrible students. We don't learn from history at all. So this is why in a different scale the cruelty, the violence is happening.
Poland, here we have amazing people. Really smile, happy, a lot old buildings, a lot space to walk, green zone. Situation is not so good because our neighbors has swarmed. Some bombs was in Polish territorium too.
A guerra na Ucrânia pode ter entrado hoje num novo estágio.
Os mísseis caíram em um depósito de grãos e 2 civis morreram.
Numa área da Polônia muito próxima da fronteira com a Ucrânia.
We are a little bit afraid to not escalate to Poland, of course.
Te rzeczy wszystkie zbieram dlatego, że mój dziadek służył kiedyś w wojsku, no i od małego przekazywał mi tą wiedzę. Tata też się tym zajmował. I po prostu tym całym przesiąkłem, spodobało mi się to, pokochałem to i mam to we krwi. Bez tego nie umiem żyć. Robimy szkolenia medyczne z posługiwania się bronią, podstawy obsługi i wiele innych szkoleń z survivalu, no i stężyzny fizycznej, tak? No i tutaj mamy polską potrawę, czyli bigosik, nasz polski kochany, z kapustki kiszonej, kiełbaski, mięska. Tak wygląda. To są posiłki, które tak naprawdę można zrobić wszędzie, w każdych warunkach, o każdej porze. Można to zapiąć pod samochód, jechać w razie... Myślę, że każdy obywatel powinien być przygotowany na tą ewentualność.
We have a religion class in school from kindergarten, so in Poland we take care of this religion. But was some corruption, so because these people are sad, you know, and the activity went less.
Ja odeszłam od kościoła 3 lata temu i uważam, że to jest okej. Po prostu dla mnie było to za duże ograniczenie, za mało wolności miałam. Raczej jestem skłonna wierzyć, ufać w to, że Bóg to nie jest coś na zewnątrz, tylko jest wewnątrz mnie. Jestem częścią Boga, jest we mnie, jestem dzieckiem Bożym. O, tak to rozumiem.
Aqui na Polônia é uma igreja muito antiga, com todas as dificuldades que se encontram agora no mundo moderno, né? Tem uma queda das vocações, o povo cada vez tem menos tempo para as coisas de Deus. Eu sou do Robert Józef Chrząszcz, bispo auxiliar da Arquidiocese da Cracóvia. minha história com o Brasil começou em 2003, quando eu visitei o Brasil. Depois desta visita, eu voltei para a Polônia com esse Brasil no coração, com desejo de voltar para trabalhar. No Brasil, eu encontrei uma igreja um pouco diferente do que da Cracóvia. Necessita muito a presença do padre, porque eram poucos padres, muitas comunidades, povo que buscava Deus, alegre, vivendo com sua fé, com alegria. Aqui são vários sinos. Sino para nós chama para orações, convida para festas litúrgicas ou também, às vezes, é um sinal de advertência, tipo, começa uma guerra, uma coisa, então bate sino para o povo se esconder, para o povo se salvar. Esta peça é Coração do Sino Zygmunt. Ela trabalhou 500 anos dentro do Zygmunt e ela era pendurada dentro do sino com couro, aqui várias camadas do couro, de boi bem grosso. Depois, no ano 2000, perceberam umas rachaduras e optaram pelo substituir essa peça.
Quantas badaladas ela deu?
Conta mais ou menos 12 milhões batidas. Durante 500 anos, é bastante. Então agora esse velho sino tem peça nova. Zygmunt. A história dele já tem 504 anos. Começou com o rei da Polônia, Zygmunt. Estava prestes de receber o seu filho, Zygmunt Augusto. Foi subido aqui com 100 boi. Uma grande corda com várias rodinhas para aproveitar a força, né? Uma física a trabalhar. Os bois, em certo momento, devagarzinho começaram a andar para frente. O sino se levantando. Depois eles colocaram algumas vigas grandes, né? Apoiadas bem. E depois desceram aqui e subiram. Ele pesa 13 toneladas, só que esse coração 323 quilos. Ele bate 20 e pouco vezes por ano. As grandes festas litúrgicas e também momentos importantes da Polônia, morte do Papa, morte do Bispo. Maior sino e mais importante sino da Polônia. Mas com o sino de vocês, aí se compara 55 toneladas. Criei uma ligação com o Brasil, então fico muito feliz que é um sino da Polônia, um dos maiores do mundo, vai trabalhar lá no Brasil, no Santuário Pai Eterno, em Goiás.
O sentimento como goiano é de realização, de ter um símbolo de tal envergadura lá no nosso santuário.
É muito bom, né? Nessa época que o catolicismo está diminuindo muito.
Vox Patris in Polish language sounds Głos Ojca.
Głos Ojca. It's beautiful.
Yes, Głos Ojca, yes. For my family, the voice of God means be good for people, take care of people, take care of your family, be happy, not do bad things. I am proud and happy and curious. I really want to look at the belly as well.
Um sentimento único. Nós estamos na Europa. O Pai Eterno quebrou barreiras. O Pai Eterno uniu pessoas, uniu histórias, uniu países, uniu nação. É só o Pai Eterno mesmo para poder fazer isso e usar todos nós como instrumento para que isso pudesse acontecer, né?
está a nossa história, aqui está a nossa tradição, aqui está o povo goiano representado. Quando a gente tem fé, quando a gente continua acreditando, a gente realiza.
Levar para a Trindade essa voz do Pai, como peregrinos no mundo que todos nós somos, isso é fantástico.
Um momento histórico e especial. O envio do sino Vox Patris à Trindade.
O Vox Patris vai sair daqui e ecoar para todo o Brasil, anunciando que há um povo peregrino, há um povo fiel, um povo apaixonado pelo Divino Pai Eterno.
Nós estamos num país católico e que tem uma intimidade profunda com o Papa João Paulo II. Ele esteve em Goiás. Ele foi o único Papa que visitou Goiânia. Ele foi o único Papa que esteve com a nossa imagem do Divino Pai Eterno em mãos. Ele abençoa aquela multidão com a imagem que é esta mesma hoje venerada por tantas pessoas em nosso santuário.
My name is Piotr Polak, and I was born in Wadowice, which is also the place in which John Paul II was born. Definitely you can call John Paul II a brave man, because he was almost always the first one to act when something wrong was happening in the world. So he was always advocating for the world peace. In lots of different areas, you can show the ways in which John Paul II actually transformed the church, almost. But I think one of the main ones was the interreligious dialogue, not just the Christianity, so not just the Catholics and the other Protestants and the Orthodox, but also the different religions like the Muslims, the Judaism, and also the Buddhists and people from around the world. Because for him, without having the peace between the religions, it would be impossible to achieve the world peace. So we like to think that John Paul II became the first person with actual freedom of speech in a country without a freedom of speech. John Paul II was one of the main figures that led the nation to abolishing the regime.
Spalancate le porte a Cristo, aprite I confini degli stati, I sistemi economici come quelli politici.
June 1979, John Paul II visited Poland as a pope. What was something absolutely new for Vatican, because for centuries the popes were actually not leaving Vatican, maybe some places in Italy or the closest territories, but never to travel that far. So John Paul II was absolutely unique in these matters, not only visiting Poland, but actually all the pilgrims he made all over the world. That was a revolution in terms of who the Pope is and should be. And there was also his hometown, Wadowice, which is not far away from here. And because of the closeness, also visiting Auschwitz was suggested. So he came here first to Auschwitz I. And then in Birkenau, there was a mass, Holy Mass, with thousands of people who gathered here. And also, as a person who was in Krakow during the Second World War, he also got some information about Auschwitz from the people that were around him. His brother was actually arrested and he was the prisoner of Auschwitz. Luckily, after some months, he was released from the camp. So he came here because, and he mentioned Father Kolbe, a friar of the Franciscan convent, a person very gifted, very talented. February 1941, the 5 friars were arrested, and among them Father Kolbe. So when the selection started and the 10 men were appointed by the Germans, one of them started to cry, "I have family, I have children." Father Kolbe, hearing the name of the man who was asking for sparing his life, decided to stand forward, and he asked the Germans to exchange with the man who was crying for his family. Surprisingly, the Germans allowed him to exchange. He was taken for block number 11. And after probably 2 weeks, they checked that cell. Most of the prisoners died. They were not given any food, any water. Few of them were still alive, and Father Kolbe was among them. So they ordered to kill them with the phenol injection. And I think even now, more than eight years after, it is the message which is very universal for humankind, to be more as a person for the other.
We believe that the visit in Auschwitz will help our visitors to understand what really happened here and how important it is to prevent radicalization. First of all, radicalization and hate, because Auschwitz, a Holocaust, didn't start here. It took some time, but it started with hate. So it's a perfect place to reflect, not only on our history, but first of all on our future and on our own responsibility. Because if you forget what happened here, we can easily be put once again in the same situation. Maybe in a different place, maybe in different circumstances, but I'm afraid that in the same scale.
Para que a sociedade ajude a superar seus problemas e que o Senhor os console em suas tribulações.
Actually, the history of Brazil and Poland are maybe somewhat similar because at the same time, so in the 60s and 70s and 80s, we struggled against a regime that was oppressing us. So if Brazilians think of that Pope highly and they like to remember themselves those times where he would arrive and you would greet him and everything was looking much better at those moments, because it is what happens when you have the Pope with you and there's a great celebration, then having that symbol of the bell, it can be a symbol and reminder that the good is still to come. So the good is in the future.
Mieszkam dosłownie tutaj za tym budynkiem i nawet gdy coś robię sobie w ogródku, słyszę bicie tego dzwonu. To jest takie cudowne uczucie, że tego się nie da opisać, że po prostu czuję już i wczoraj, i dzisiaj, że jeszcze muszę przyjść się pożegnać z tym dzwonem, bo tak ciężko mi jest naprawdę, że go dzisiaj ostatni raz zobaczę. To tak jakby serce biło. Jestem taka szczęśliwa, że jako mieszkanka Rydultów mogę dzisiaj odprowadzić ten piękny dzwon do Brazylii. Jestem dumna z tego, że mieszkańcy Brazylii będą słyszeć dźwięk tego cudownego dzwonu.
Embora, ele vai para o Brasil, e em breve vai estar lá com a gente.
How's your heart feeling?
The pressure is very high.
It's finally going to Brazil, right?
It's the finish.
Ty mnie słyszysz?
Jo, słychać.
som do sino, ele tem uma empatia com o coração, com o pensamento, acho, com a fé. Quando você escuta, né, o som chegando, né, por conta da vibração, é impossível você estar indiferente ao som. Acho que te traz uma mensagem positiva e torna o seu dia melhor.